Primetime. What time is it? Showtime Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't gonna see a lot of Big Daddy.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
You walk into a conversation, you're catching up, you get presented with the facts.
All right.
They're like, all right, wait a minute. Whoa. Let me hear that again. And then they explain it to you, and you finally get it, and the first thing you say is, well, that sucks. You've had those conversations, right? Where you walked in, you catch up, and you go, well, that sucks. That's basically going to be a lot of people's conversations today. As they walk around, they get into some Jaguar combo, and what? What did you just... 2 home games over in London? 1 less home game here? Well, that sucks. That's basically going to be the conversation today. So as we welcome you into a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday, we will react to the news that not one, not uno, but dos across the pond over in London. A couple of different stadiums over there, and your Jaguars are losing some meaningful football at the bank, and we will definitely tear into it. But let's just start off. First reaction, Big Sirs, when you heard it, because that's kind of how I'm setting it up for our show today. And we'll invite people, when you first heard it, what was your initial reaction? 641-1010, hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosure.
That sucks. Absolutely, it sucks. Yeah, you're talking about now, you only got 6 games in 2 years. All right? Because next year they go to Orlando because of the renovation, all that kind of stuff. You're already losing a third of the capacity of the stadium because of the construction. All right, so always a third. And now you're taking away 2 games. And I'm just thinking about the local businesses around the stadium. Now, they could be able to recoup it maybe in 2 years once the stadium is built. But it's still 2 years of, local businesses with vendors, restaurants, bars, all that kind of stuff. And they got 6 games now. 6 games in 2 years. So, I know this is all about generating more revenue from the NFL. They can never get enough. Never get enough. Revenue share, TV contracts going up, everything. Surely they can't survive off that. So
but whenever you say stay out of another player's pocket, I say stay out of the owner's pocket, okay? The owner's trying to make money, too.
Yeah, I understand that. But I understand owners trying to make money. I'm just saying that how much do you need? But, yeah, it does suck. It does suck that they took 2 games away with this team going abroad next year, Orlando, and playing for the whole season. So, yeah, but what can you do? What can you do about it?
My guess is that was bargained into the deal they made with the city.
Yeah.
Right?
Bargained and anticipated.
Yeah.
Is basically how you got to look at it. Here's the thing that sucks, all right? The opponents next year, your 3 AFC South, or this year, I should say, your 3 AFC South opponents are going to be Houston, Indy, and Tennessee. You're going to make the initial thought, you're going to see all 3 of them at home. Not an impossibility and also a possibility one of them could move. But it doesn't happen very often that your division rivals play across the pond. Then, after that, you've got the Browns, New England, the Eagles, the Steelers, and the Commanders. Those are the other teams. So now you got to look at it realistically. If you keep 3 AFC South divisional games inside the bank, you're going to see Titans, Colts, Texans at some point during the season. Now, who are you ready to spin off? A Browns game?
Yeah, not cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I might be able to live with that. New England Patriots, you'd love to see the defending AFC champs here in town.
Frauds. Go ahead.
Yeah. the Eagles, you definitely want to see that type of team come rolling in here.
But that also could be the team that goes there.
It easily
like
could
the Rams.
Easily
the Rams
could be.
It could be very, very simple.
They're going to take our Steelers, watch.
Yeah.
They're going to take our Steelers.
And then the Steelers, along with the Commanders, which is the other one. Now, Washington has already been named, I believe, as one of the other teams they announced today, as one of the teams that's going to be hosting over there.
Yeah, so it's not going to be that.
It would likely not be them, right? And so now you are trying to handicap and figure out marquee games.
Yeah, it's the Browns, the Steelers, or the...
Well, if you lost to Keystone State, you'd lose both the Eagles and the Steelers.
Yeah. I can see them doing that.
Yeah. And that would suck.
That would suck. Yeah.
Can't lose to Keystone State.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to.
No, that's bad news. You cannot lose Pennsylvania.
Now, look, I'm just going to, at the very least, try and give you the other side just because, listen, everyone I've heard from, people you guys already hit the text line, You can jump in the YouTube chat. You can't be happy if you are a season ticket holder, but you have to, at the very least, acknowledge the end game. There's going to be some pain associated with less people in the stands, less visibility for your home team in your hometown, and then you got to go, like you just said, Leon, a whole year without seeing them here in the 904. You're going to have to go to Orlando to see them as a home game. But I honestly have to give Mark Lamping and the Jaguars a ton of credit for saying, you know what, we're busting our ass to make sure that you're only going to see this team displaced 1 year as opposed to multiple years.
Well, it is by contract, Joe. It's not like they're busting their ass.
Well,
it's by contract.
Well, no. They went through all sorts of plans.
Right, that's part of the deal in the contract is it's got to be done by this day.
No. I'm
the
just simply
city
saying,
had to agree to that.
Yeah. No. I'm simply saying give the team credit for saying we don't want this team to be out of this stadium for more than 1 year. So we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that all the work is done so they're only playing one full season away from the stadium. Just remember, up until last year, we talked a bunch that there was going to be a 2-year absence.
Yeah,
Don't forget that, people.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
That changed a while ago.
If you add up over the years how
So?
many games have been in London, it's got to be a season's worth at least by now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've taken so many games from you. So
But there was, at that point,
more and more and more.
Yeah, we got to remember, at that point, the stadium was not filling up, and they needed to figure out financially how they were going to be as competitive possible.
The team matters more now because they're winning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, when this team sucked, we probably wouldn't care. But now this team's 13.
May not have cared last year.
Exactly. So now this team is 13-5.
Yeah.
You know, with all the success that they've had on the offense and defense, and Liam Cole and all that kind of stuff. We want our team in our house.
Sure, I totally get it. Yeah, there's look, I said it to Mike and Tony earlier, and this is apply this to any subject you're in or any situation you're in. Everybody wants what they want. Nobody wants what they don't want, and you do not want to have less games here. It's obvious. Who the hell wants to have less games here?
The question really isn't as much that. The question really is how many London games will there be, or Germany games, or Brazil games?
Australia, don't forget.
They're all over
the following year.
Yeah.
Like, how many is Orlando going to get? What if Orlando gets like 3 and the rest of them are overseas?
Well, here's the other part that I'm thinking of right now, and I'm trying to get an answer from that side of it, the Orlando side of it. I've talked to a couple people that are involved with Citrus Bowl sports, and both of you guys have Orlando ties, so you know what we're talking about just as far as how they want to be the home away from home when this team is displaced in 27. Well, just imagine if you're negotiating a deal there, are you going to say, hey, we only need 3 from you? They're not going to want to give up whatever it is they're giving up for just a few games. They're going to want as many.
I'm not sure Orlando's giving up anything, actually.
Right. Well, no, I don't know what they are, but I'm just saying they're not going to. Would you want to give up? You would want as many games as you could possibly get.
Of course.
So how many will they ship over to London?
But they'd also take 1.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, of course. But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Just from a negotiation point of view, they're looking to see, hey, we want to have 6 games here,
of course.
7 games
and they were making those renovations.
Whatever the number is.
They were making the renovations to the Citrus Bowl long before the agreement with the Jaguars.
Right.
That was happening.
Yeah, because they got negotiation power. They got the power. We're squatters. Let's just go for next year. We're squatters. Okay, so they've got all the power as far as negotiation goes, as far as how many games you're going to play in the stadium, how many games you're going to play in abroad. Pretty much.
Yeah, I think it's still going to be interesting to see how many games go abroad, and not this year. Next year,
I would assume at least 3.
Probably more
3?
than that.
Yeah.
I would think more than that.
Wow.
I would
Because
think
they're
like
going to
4.
have 7 home games next year,
Mhm.
which is also something we haven't even brought up. They're taking 2 home games from the city of Jacksonville next year it's not one of the years when they have 7 home games.
From this year.
It's
Yeah.
6, or 9. It's
9.
8.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you only get 6 next year on top of it. So they're taking
So you
2
get
away
6 in 2
when
years.
it's one of the years when it's
Right.
crazy,
Yeah.
man.
There's going to be 6 games here in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
In 2 years'
This
time.
team is
That's
supposed to
difficult,
be
man.
a Super Bowl contender
Well,
next
hang on
year.
now, because you're saying in 2 years' time, because the way I was looking at it,
Well,
at
because
least,
the following year is Orlando's what I'm saying. So there's going to be 6 games in 2 years.
well, yeah, that's what Leon said originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just talking about the whole idea is you have either 9 home games or 8 home games with the way the 17 games
Exactly.
schedule
So the
unfolds.
year they're in Orlando, they'll have 9 home games.
Yeah. And so we don't know how many of those will go over.
That's
right?
why I'm saying
Yeah.
at least 3.
Yeah. And so, and probably plausible.
My guess.
Yeah, plausible. Matt's putting up
I'm
four
putting
fingers.
up 4. I think 4.
But at that point, I don't even
Dude,
care
you're
what
gonna
they do that year. I'm
gonna put
talking
it-
about Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't
like,
care either. I'm just saying
Jacksonville's
it's-
getting screwed this year.
I don't care
I don't
either.
care either. I'm just saying it'll be interesting to see how many games they play overseas. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be 3.
All right, so 641-1010, you guys let us know just as far as some of the thoughts, because I want to point out one or two other things. They are taking a little bit of pain right now because they're going to get an extra home game back. So I do think that's worth pointing out to everybody as we bash. All right, 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosure. We've got plenty of other things to get to from the NFL Combine. We say thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Guggen, with all sorts of great opportunities membership-wise right now. Before the renovation, you need to take advantage of it. We'll be telling you all about it as we go along today on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. 1010XL covers the Players' Championship start to finish. Track your favorite golfers and get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by Green Acres Sporting Goods, Performance Painting, and Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
If you've been in an auto accident, you can count on the experts at San Jose Collision to return your vehicle to pre-accident conditions. San Jose Collision can also provide a fresh paint job to freshen up your vehicle or completely change its appearance. They can paint and repair all foreign and domestic cars and trucks. When quality and professionalism are important to you, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
This is the kind of sandwich you don't rush. French dip at Firehouse Subs. Premium roast beef loaded with caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and topped with Italian seasoning. Stacked on a toasted garlic bread roll with hot au jus for dipping. For a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
We don't have too many cold nights on the first coast, but when the temperature drops, you want to hit the heat button and warm up. That's where Florida Home comes in. They're the AC experts in Jacksonville, and the importance of keeping your heating system in good working order is really important. If it stops working when it gets cooler, Florida Home will leap into action and provide you with the best solution. Heater and heat pump repair service and new system installation. They do it all. Just call Florida Home AC at 777-4300, the official heating and AC partner of the Jaguars.
Most people think we only know sports around here, but they're wrong. Frank Frangie here. I also know who to turn to when I need a floral arrangement, and that's Kuhn Flowers. When you need to send that someone something special, rely on Kuhn Flowers, online at kuhnflowers.com.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact, didn't even need an appraisal, and with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com, their rapid equity loan program, can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500, or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Guggen Open.
They definitely got it going on, especially when you take a look at initiation fees, a heavy discount right now that you can take advantage of at the Golf Club of Southampton with a 12-month membership. You got Pro Shop cash to the tune of $5,000 that you get to spend, which I think is a great deal. And then that big savings off of the initiation fee. We're talking $1,500 off. So you need to find out about it before the rates go up after the renovation. All you got to do is drop by the Golf Club of Southampton or call 287-PLAY. Of course, you can log on to their Facebook or golfsouthampton.com and check everything out. But definitely head on over there, and especially with this beautiful weather, enjoy it. Soak it up. All right, so you guys obviously are not happy if you're a season ticket holder. So let us know just kind of how you're processing this, putting it together, because it does fall in that El Succo category. And I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it or anything like that. But this team has been in London every year. That's not a shock. They make a lot of money over there. They try and keep the season ticket average ticket price down here for the fans, so they make sure that it's affordable. This all began when they decided to go to London, when this team was facing blackouts and very poor attendance. It has since reduced capacity. It has gone up numbers-wise, but you guys see what happens in the stadium. So they're doing whatever they can to make sure that they have the best position going forward. I don't want to see them lose another game here.
What happened to you, man? What happened to you?
What do you
Seriously.
mean?
Carrying the water for the man.
I'm just giving you what my thoughts are. I ain't carrying no water.
What happened to that journalism Joe that was once running around Gainesville?
First off,
doing everything he could to break stories.
I was never
fighting for the people.
I was fighting for I'm always fighting for the people. I'm the average Joe.
What happened to you, man?
Are you kidding me? I'm looking at the long game. Let me give this to you right now, okay?
The city's giving them $1 billion, bro. A bill. Not a mill, a bill.
Right. And your point?
That we should get the games in Jacksonville.
Yes.
What do you mean?
This is okay.
How is that?
They're losing one extra game.
Dude,
and let me just point it out, okay? They get a game back as far as their agreement goes. They don't have to satisfy another game over there when it is full capacity. So
that's how you're saying how they get that game. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so
okay.
when it's full
I guess my
capacity,
point is,
another 25,000 people will be able to go to the game.
Right. But I guess what I'm saying, and I think JJ agrees with me, and I'm sure Leon does as well, is they could very easily just tell the NFL, look, we need another home game here. We can't keep sending these games over there. We can't have 6 in 2 years here.
And that's fine. Hopefully they fight that fight. I'm not trying to fight that fight for them or anything like that. I'm sure they have asked, and I think we also we talk about the behemoth that is the NFL.
I don't
quite
know
often.
that they have asked, actually. I think they want the money. I understand it. They're businessmen.
Yeah,
I get
I was going to say, why don't we ask?
I totally get it. They're businessmen. They want to make as much money as they can. I totally get that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is you're in a unique situation here right now where you can see this team is on the ascent, okay? You can see now what looks like a group that knows what the hell they're doing over there in the football offices.
Yeah.
All right? You can see that your quarterback now has developed into a guy that might just be that franchise guy you thought he was all along. And now they're putting pieces around him. Now it looks like these guys know what the hell they're doing when they draft and when they select free agents, for the most part. So I think you've got all this momentum, and despite all this momentum, your next move is we're going to give you 6 home games in 2 years.
And they're going on tour. Basically.
Yeah. Do you not think that this was predetermined?
We don't want them to go on tour. A world tour, absolutely. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You got all that stuff you just said, Matt Hayes. All right, with the organization, with the team.
So much mo right now.
Yeah.
So much mo.
Yeah,
Huge mo. But do you think this was not a predetermined outcome?
No, I do. I absolutely
like they
do.
didn't just go, oh dang, we're really good, and now we got to make this tough
I think it was predetermined, no doubt. I think they're businessmen. They want to make money. But I also think at some point you say, all right, what are we doing here? Let's figure out how we can capitalize on this momentum. And we may not make the same money that we would make, but maybe let's give these guys a little break.
I'm sure you could do that, and I don't know negotiations or contractually what they had already agreed to. They entered into an agreement that said they were going to have this many games over there.
I understand that, but the NFL, you can also work with the NFL on that,
right.
too.
When this all came out, we all knew this was coming. When we said that 6-game stretch over the 3-year period, what was going to happen over there in London, there was going to be more than one home game that was going over there. They went over there and they did back-to-back weeks and made it a home and away, and you knew this reality was coming. And
I didn't think this was coming. I mean, I didn't. I thought that was the breaking point when they did the two games that were home and away. Right. I was like, okay, maybe they'll stay there for 2 weeks. I mean, it's not another home game. It's not that bad, but it's like that slow leak.
Yeah,
okay, we'll hit you over the head with that, and then next year, boom, both home games. So you're sort of used to it, but now it's never ending, man.
I know you guys got your argument set up. Did you hear what I'm saying though? This game comes back.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, I'll just read it.
The London game comes back the next year.
So they're getting rid of the London game because he's saying the NFL was asked that today, and he didn't say that.
Okay, so Joe is saying they're allowing them to not have to play a future game in England, which means they're getting the home game back.
The Jaguars' NFL required games are currently slated to occur in 2027 and 2030 or soon after. However, the NFL has agreed to move that second NFL required game to 2026 when Everbank is at reduced seating capacity. Moving that game, combined with the Jaguars' annual London game, will result in the Jaguars playing back-to-back games in London during the 26th season. Yada, yada, yada. As a result of that, the Jaguars will no longer be required to play an NFL international game in that second window, allowing for an additional home game in the stadium of the future at full capacity.
So years down the line, they're not required. That doesn't mean they're not going to do it.
Well,
is that them saying they're not going to do it? That would be different.
It doesn't say that.
Exactly.
And look, like I said, you guys got your arguments. I have no problem with them, but I'm just saying the potential is for it to come back when it is full capacity.
But they're not saying they're going to do that. They're just saying they could. The NFL has given them the right to say that they're not going to have to do that, but they're not going to come out and say they're not going.
They haven't yet.
Yeah, because he was asked about that today, and he was like, no, we're not going to get out of this. I'll just play it. So basically the first question was, well, when they move back here after the Orlando year, and you have a brand new stadium, has there been any thought to get out of the London deal?
We don't have to get out of anything. In fact, our London commitment has been something that's been rolling. It's been renewed year after year. And, there's a lot changing on the international front with the league. There's a lot that's going to be changing here locally. And I think you can expect us to take a close look at, what our London strategy is moving forward. Not to suggest that, we're going to stop playing a game in London, but it is something that we will look very, very, very closely at.
And he had said that steadfastly the entire time, with the mayor backing him up, saying the city wants to keep the relationship open from a business point of view. It's staying over there. This is not taking that away. This is just getting that extra game back. And again, he doesn't have to commit to it. I'm just saying that is how I'm reading it.
Wait, the city wants to keep the business relationship open with London?
Yes.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. We're all acting like this.
What relationship is there?
Like
sister cities,
do
bro.
I have to go back and print all the stories and show you all these things again?
Yes, because I mean, my gosh. Okay. I guess I'm a rube, Joe, because I don't understand what benefit Jacksonville has from the game being played in London.
I don't want to have to go down that rabbit hole and explain all the business things, but they do quite a bit of business. And there is, at the very least, growth. Look, that's the journalism smile that I love.
You mean like semiconductor business or something? Like, I don't know what you mean.
I couldn't believe the city didn't say, hey, if we're going to give you guys all this money for a stadium, you guys have to cut off the London game.
Yes, you remember
they didn't do that.
This is an argument.
We all praise how that deal was so amazing, but Rick Ballou kept coming on week after week and saying that. And it was insane.
Well, this is an argument that we had right here.
The city paid all this money and didn't say, you have to play all your games here now.
They didn't, and they all agreed.
It's ridiculous.
Wow. Yeah. Because they want this NFL team to stay here, and they want it to be as financially lucrative as possible, and it also benefits the team to keep the ticket prices down for the rest of the home games.
No, I mean,
you keep firing with that other stuff.
Right.
Well,
It doesn't. Okay,
so
well, hang
you're
on. It
saying
doesn't-
without that
so
one
wait,
home
hang
game
on
in
one
London,
second.
then they couldn't
Hang on one
survive.
second. Hang on one second. So
Stadium?
you're saying that allows playing in London allows them to reduce the ticket price for the Jacksonville games, or they could just reduce the ticket prices and not make as much money.
Okay, I feel like
How about that?
I got to get the book back out. We're going to have to go over the years and years and years of the conversations that we've had with this stuff.
Also, most expensive vending prices close in the NFL.
That's
too.
a shame.
So when you get into the stadium, it's the most expensive.
And it's not that good of food.
Crazy, man.
An example?
Oh, don't even
Yeah,
start.
I know. I'm just asking.
Don't even start, man.
Because I've had nothing but good food there lately. Okay, so I'm just asking what you're talking about. And apparently, I am a cheerleader now. I have to be because there's nothing but neg.
Well, because they're stealing a game from the city and from the fans and from the businesses. And sorry that we're upset about that.
No.
Sorry that every single texter is upset. Every single fan is upset. Like, it's pretty sad for a team that you think is a Super Bowl contender next year.
Now, here's a dumb question.
I just think there's a lot.
Here's a dumb question. If they sucked, would you be more upset or less upset?
First of all, I'm not even a Jags fan.
No, I'm just saying.
sticking up
No,
for
that's
Jags
my point
fans.
to you. That's my point to you right now is I agree with you. If they sucked, people wouldn't care.
They'd care
less.
Care
less. But the point is they don't.
Right.
The point is people see this franchise right now as viable in winning big in the NFL as when Surse was running around out there, okay?
Yeah.
You've got all kind of momentum right now. And the next move you make in the next offseason is, we're taking 2 games away.
But even if they did suck, there is a big contingent of people in town who that Sunday home game is everything to them. Meeting up with their friends, their family, tailgating, go to the games, even if they lose 50-0, man.
It's big.
It's more than that. It's more than the game.
But we're talking about long-term future, which is what they're trying to plan and pave the way for, because they knew before they got good that they were going to have to give up these games. That had been discussed, decided upon, and everything. Even though it's not out there for public consumption, it has been decided, and you had to take your lumps in terms of giving away certain things to get what you wanted. And hell yeah, it sucks. Leon, go ahead and tell them what your prophecy was as far as what you're going to see next year.
My prophecy?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to really take off the fans. I got to
know,
say
but
it
it
could
sucks,
possibly
but
happen,
this is,
but it could. This team, like Matt said, is ascending, and it could be a situation where next year in Orlando that they could host the AFC Championship game.
That would suck.
That would suck.
Which would mean 2 playoff games are hosted.
Oh, yeah. I mean, exactly.
Potentially 3.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see them in that.
Yeah.
But if you're a
Jag fan,
so,
you don't want
you could still go to the game, but it's just not the same.
Right. And so it's pain. It really is. And like I said, I feel for the fans, and I'm always been not anti-fan and pro-owner. I'm just trying to explain it the best way I can. And it is reality. We can be pissed about it and definitely react to it. But you hope that you get to the end game, and I will give them credit for making sure this team was not displaced more than 1 year. They busted their tail from an engineering and detail point of view to figure out how much work they could get done to make sure that they were only sacrificing a full season away from the stadium.
Maybe they're taking 2 games away because they want the fans to really be fired up about it when the season,
Maybe. I don't know.
when the stadium's done. When the stadium in the future
Less
arrives.
is more.
Yeah. And believe
Let's
me,
get
I've lived
really
in a world
ready for this thing.
I've lived in a world where that was a campaign. Okay, less is more. And
I feel for those businesses around the stadium that are going to really struggle, man.
Look, I can name all. Here's what I got to
You're gonna have
remind
to
you.
do a lot of watch parties. I'll tell you that.
Like, I hate to just cheerily. Like, I can remind you of so many things where people weren't showing up for this football team, and these vendors out there were busting their ass and not making anything. Okay, because there weren't any fans showing up
because they sucked.
Yes.
Now they don't.
I know that, but like I'd rather predict.
It's weird how you've gone from Joe fan of the man of the people.
I'm always going to be the Joe
You're
fan.
definitely the man of the people. You are in and out of that stadium every weekend, okay?
Yeah, I live with these people.
Okay, you are. But now you're kind of like, I hate to say it, but you're kind of like Jaguar Joe right now.
I'm trying to soften the blow a little bit.
You're a little bit like...
With a capital J, Jaguar,
I mean,
like with the shirt on.
I know, I'm
I'm going to start
politicking.
calling you Joe Con here pretty soon.
I'm politicking. Listen.
Wow, that's low.
If I could fan that stash.
You could fan that thing up a little bit.
If I could fan that stash out just a little bit. But look, and I wouldn't mind if Shad invites me on to the yacht.
Yes. If this is the end game, yes, of course.
If he invites me onto the yacht, Joe, could we discuss this a bit more?
Joe, come on.
I'm all about it.
Bring your wife.
Yeah.
If Shad texts me and said, be a sellout and bootlick right now, I'd do it in a second, obviously.
And I got to bring TLD on the yacht.
How dare you?
That is a fact. All right.
I got a baby to raise, bro.
That's true. Great point.
All right, real quick, because we're going to get to some of the reaction that we
Sell out.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. And leave it up to the journalist to put the label on it. All right, let us know. Like I said, it ain't pretty. I just had to try and at least present a couple of other things for you to think about. Let us know what you're thinking. Golf Club of Southampton, Wednesday, right here on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios, polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. I'm celebrating an anniversary. 2 years ago, hit my goal weight with Awaken 180. 40 pounds gone. Now, I know it's not 100 plus like Hacker, but 40 was my number. That was the weight holding me back, slowing me down. I didn't do it with meds, didn't do it with side effects, didn't rely on a shortcut I had to stay on forever. I did it with a plan. Awesome free coaching for life and learning how to eat in a way that actually works in real life. Awaken 180 knows you travel, knows you eat out, knows you have cravings. A real-life plan for real-life people. Maybe your number's 25 pounds. Maybe it's 40 like mine. Maybe it's over 100 like Hack. Whatever your number is, we're proof you can reach it and keep it off without putting something in your body you don't want. Awaken 180 works. Go get your number at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
The road to March runs through Jacksonville. The 2026 Atlantic Sun Conference men's and women's basketball tournament is coming to VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Catch all 24 Division I basketball programs in action March 3rd through 9th. Reserve your seat today at asunsports.org/tickets. Jacksonville is the destination for ASUN basketball. Get your tickets to the 2026 Atlantic Sun Conference men's and women's basketball tournament today. asunsports.org/tickets.
Attention Northeast Florida golfers. Save hundreds on golf at premier local courses and support youth development. The First Tee of North Florida Tour Card is your key to big savings and making a difference. For just $99, you'll unlock discounted golf and offers at top courses and local businesses all year long. Plus, every tour card purchase helps fund programs that build character, confidence, and life skills for kids in our community. Grab your tour card today at tourcard.org.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
Tusk, the classic tribute to Fleetwood Mac. Friday, March 6th at Florida Theater. Playing the hits and deep cuts of Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Fleetwood Mac. An unforgettable show with the iconic music you love. On sale now at floridatheater.com. Don't miss Tusk. Recreating the Fleetwood Mac experience like no other.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. I am attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Guggen Open.
All right, we are definitely batting it around when it comes to your Jaguars and you fans losing a couple of games at home here in 2026. And like we were trying to predict what the conversation will be, Big Sirs. And not only will you have that, well, that sucks line, you will also have just when we got good. And I do, like, you guys can offer one sentence as far as what you have put into the conversation with your Jaguar buddies, whatever it might be. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, because I would love that, because that's the feeling as well. There's no way you would rather have a 13-win team than a 13L team. And so that
We've
will
experienced
happily
that, by the way. We've experienced that, by the way.
Yes. That you will happily take, because like I'm telling you, this was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a team that's a winner, obviously, to enjoy for the time that you have.
Yeah, I mean, you want, especially a team that's excelled the way this team has excelled over the last year. You want a team that's here, that you can embrace, and only having 6 games available to you over the next 2 years, it's got to be frustrating for any fan that's back on board the train that's been I don't want to say the bandwagon, back on the Jaguar train. So you just don't want to take this team on tour. I mean, the London thing is taking 2 games away at Orlando. It's a bit much.
Yeah,
that's a bit much to endure. Yeah. And the fans have rightfully so. They should be frustrated by the fact that this team got good again, and you're not going to be able to see them but a limited time come this year and next year,
right?
If at all next year,
right? Yeah. And I totally get it. Okay, I it's a business, and they're losing money this season because there's only 42,000 capacity. Okay, and it's going to be difficult to generate revenue. I get all of that. Okay, I get the fact that those 2 games help them. But at some point, you got to say, all right, let's give a little. The city's spending $1 billion, man.
And look, they're giving a little because they're making sure that the amount that they're spending is going to keep this NFL team.
They're spending like 1.2, right?
Yeah, because they're trying to make sure this team stays here. And just as another aside, like I said, I'm not trying to make you feel better about how bad you feel. I'm not even trying to do that. I'm just presenting other things. You've got states like Iowa trying to pluck NFL teams now. You've got Kansas City.
Indiana's getting ready to finalize it with the Bears. Yeah.
Exactly. Indiana's looking at saying, Gary, Indiana, you come on over here. And
we don't need you SJCers trying to steal this team.
Look,
Joe,
the SJC's got to be looking, those fearless leaders south of Duval County. But I like the fact that the stadium is staying in the hub. You could have gone to other areas, but as they all decided, it's where all these bridges come in, and you can come in north, south, west, whatever. And so Chicago's in a little bit of trouble. Kansas City's in a little bit of trouble. A couple of other teams. And this is growing pains. That's for sure. Right now, this is a positive point of view, but we're at least putting them out there because we got plenty on both sides of this. Would you rather have 6 home games in Jackson 2026 or 0 as originally planned? Would you rather them host the AFC Championship game in Orlando or not play in it? Do you want a new stadium? This is about the bigger picture, already understood when the new stadium was announced. Painful conversation from the negative side and a diehard Jag fan chiming in. So I get it. Like I said, you're going to have to try and put, what is it? You have to put a little.
That dude, I understand, is he's accepting of it.
Right.
There's the majority of the people are not accepting of it. That's kind of what I'm
I
saying.
totally get it too. That's what I said.
They did.
There's both sides for sure.
By saying, like, would you rather have 6 than none? It's like, dude, that's a disingenuous argument, bro.
Well, the only reason,
like, you were never gonna get the city to agree to that, like to leave for 2 years.
But no. Let's just remember this. I'm not even saying it's anything. The reality was, and plenty of studies were done to find out whether or not this team could make it through 1 year of being displaced versus what was originally 2 years. The Miami Dolphins never left, but they had 4 years of construction going on at the Hard Rock. Lenny Curry sat right on this show, XL Primetime, going back 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever it was, about the reality. And he believed at that time that there was a chance that they wouldn't have to leave Duval. They were looking at building stadiums, little small 20,000-seat stadiums. UNF. They were looking at the plan to go to Hodges and other spots. And all that stuff was being thrown out there, and all these things were being hatched at the same time. Yeah. And so I'm just saying it didn't necessarily just happen overnight like this in terms of ripping an extra game away. That's the only thing. Season holder.
Yeah, I was just talking about how he's saying that, it was either this or lose the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 whole seasons. It's like, dude, that wasn't going to happen, man.
You don't think
and it didn't happen. No,
Yeah.
I don't think the city would have let that
City
happen.
wouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
There's no
probably
way
not.
I'm 2 years.
I'm not even arguing. I'm just saying that was at least floated out there for quite a bit of time before they finally said that they figured out.
Yeah,
a way
they floated a lot
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to do my idea of just build a brand new one right next to it. So,
Mhm.
you know.
Well, I got a feeling the journalist would have said,
Construction Matt.
Yeah, I got a feeling
Get out there with his hard
The city
hat.
kicks in
The
another
journal-
500
Build
mil.
it.
The Jack's kicking another bill, and you get it done, man.
the journalist would have said,
This
"What
is
the
Matt's
hell?"
idea. He would have wrote it.
He would have said,
Get
"What
it
the hell are you
done."
doing spending $4 billion when you can get it done for $2 billion? Are you guys idiots?" Which is what Nashville is doing right now. Which I went over there and checked out. You can't even really tell.
By the way, Nashville's thriving.
Yeah,
The hottest city in the U.S.
So they
Yeah.
got a stadium renovation and they didn't leave?
No,
No,
not a
they're building a
renovation.
new
They're
one
building
right
a
there.
brand new one right
They're
next to
not
it.
leaving.
Right
Wow.
next to it.
but they
Interesting.
got state funds and
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
$1 billion from Jacksonville.
yeah they definitely have the state supported stuff. That's for sure.
You're saying Tennessee.
Yeah.
They got.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I think it's like 300 or 400. It's a lot of money, obviously, 300 or 400 million. But it's not like they got $1 billion from the state.
Yeah, they get the city and the state is what
Right.
is my point. And
Right.
so in the NFL, again, this is another thing that's we don't care about it. We just want our team to play well and be where we want them to play. But the NFL says, hey, we want you to make sure that you finance or get the city, whomever, municipalities, to finance 60% of it. You put in 40.
Yeah,
They
because
don't
they
wanna
don't
do
want to
it.
go down a slippery slope where some owner says, hey, I'll pay for the whole thing, because then the rest of the owners look at him like, hey, now you're going to make
They
us
don't
pay
like
for
it.
the whole thing.
Exactly.
It's a
And-
racket.
Really,
Yeah,
at the end
it
of
is
the
a
day,
racket.
at the end of the
It's
day,
a disgrace.
it's Darth Vader's the problem. At the end of the day,
Yes.
that's
are we
the problem.
shocked?
The NFL
Yeah.
is the problem. At the end of the day.
Look, if you have a mafia and you're picking up bags from all these different boroughs and whatnot, one borough ain't going to sag. Okay, all of them are going to make sure that they carry their weight, and that's the NFL
Exactly.
in a nutshell. All right, 641-1010. You guys keep it coming. It's XL Primetime. Golf Club of Southampton. You know what they did? Derek DeStefano. That's all the vowels except you. He went into his pocket and he said, "We're renovating this bad boy. I don't need any city funding. I'm doing it myself."
Love it.
And they're doing it, and it's the home of the Guggen, and looking forward to seeing the reno plans come through to fruition later this year. But you need to take advantage of joining beforehand. You're going to be able to save a bunch of bucks on the initiation fee. The membership cost will go up, so make sure you take advantage of it now. Call 287-PLAY and do like many others have done recently. Become a member of the Golf Club of Southampton.
XL Prime Time.
Driven by Duval Ford. Take Jacksonville with you.
There's no place like home.
Listen to 1010XL away from home.
Oh, but anyway, Toto, we're home. Home.
Download the 1010XL and XL 92.5 FM apps for free on Apple and Android devices.
Insurance companies have teams of lawyers working to protect their bottom line. I'm Chris Campione of Campione Law, and you deserve someone just as focused on protecting your bottom line. We go head-to-head with insurance companies every day, and they know our name. Giving you peace of mind and delivering results is our job. With no fees unless we win, there's no risk to get the help you need. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
Be the first to discover the best new home community in beautiful Green Cove Springs. Highland Trail, where the rhythm of life slows down. Enjoy green spaces, luxury pools, pickleball courts, winding trails, and more at livehighlandtrail.com. Choose from 3 premium builders, just starting in the 300s.
Oh, at Highland Trail.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 25th, 1940, the first televised hockey game in the United States aired on W2XBS in New York, featuring the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Since 1927, Jacksonville has trusted Coil Fencing to protect what matters, And I trust them too. From tough chain link to your commercial project to sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love, Coil does it all. Did you know that Coil can also install, service, and maintain those automatic gates that help protect your neighborhood or business? To schedule a complimentary consultation, visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The month for love is a perfect time to get your home organized. Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and I love our closets from Closets by Design. They create custom storage systems designed around how you actually live, from closets and garages to entertainment centers, laundry rooms, and storage for any space and budget. With their brand new showroom now open, they have extended the offer of 40% off plus an extra 15% off, free installation, and 18-month special financing. Schedule your free consultation. Call 904-878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-7098.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-7098. That's 800-575-7098.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron. Totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Are you ready for another historic season at the bank? It's time to lock in your seats for 2026 by placing your deposit now. Next season will be played at Everbank Stadium, but seating capacity is limited due to in-bowl renovations, and spots are going fast. Don't miss out on your chance to see the season's biggest matchups and highlight real moments by placing your deposit at jaguars.com/tickets or by calling 904-633-2000. Go Jags!
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Plenty of reaction when it comes to the decision the Jaguars have announced that a couple of games are going across the pond this year as opposed to perhaps years in the future. At the very least, they got a chance to grab one of them back before 2030, which would be a good deal. If they do that, we'll find out how it's going down with them. I got to bring up this one, though, right now. Our man, Kirk Cousins. You want to talk about making cake, raking, and banking. Have you seen the amount of money that this dude has hauled in, Big Sirs, in his time in the National Football League?
I told you his previous life he was a bank robber.
He was nasty cash. And
where's he at now?
So they're gonna release him, or maybe they already have.
No, I think it's March 11th.
Is it? And so they'll probably try and designate it to when they'll make a decision. But basically, they let it be known. The new brass up in Atlanta that he will be a free agent and he's going to be able to walk and talk to other teams. But I'm just looking at this, and this is from Warren Sharp off of X. NFL career earnings. Kirk Cousins with one playoff win.
We need to take some. Oh, okay. I would have gone under.
I would have gone under too. I would have said like 230.
All right, so let's play the game here then. I won't make this a perfecto, but keep the music
we
going.
heard the 3.
So
right. I'm shocked by that. Holy crap.
I'm not. No. How many seasons? 13 seasons? 14? I don't know.
First off, just like you can think about that for a second, but also who do you think has the most career earnings?
Most career earnings?
Yeah.
NFL.
Yeah, NFL.
Currently in the NFL.
Yeah, currently in the NFL. This is according to Warren Sharp.
Good question.
I guess I could have made this
I'm
up.
going to go with Deshaun.
I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers.
All right. Big Stars?
Let's go, Aaron Rodgers.
Deshaun's
He's
good.
been around long enough. I'm gonna say Dak.
Wow, that's not bad.
That's
interesting.
And that's a big number he's got next to his name this year.
But he hasn't played all of those yet.
Yeah,
he hasn't
no.
collected all that.
Yeah.
He's got more time to rob.
Yeah, he does.
He will continue to rob.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
For a long time.
Yes.
I actually think Dak's a decent player.
He is a good player. And by the
He
way,
is.
he came back this year after what was a pretty horrific injury.
It was good.
And played pretty dang good.
Yeah.
That defense
Terrible.
let them down big time. All right, so we'll play the game. You still got to guess the last two digits of the Kirk Cousins amount.
I'm going to say 325.
All right, so you got
I'm
325.
going to say 308.
313.
All right, I am glad
You
that
just Price is Right at me, Leon.
I did.
I'm glad that JJ is going to Italy next week because he's feeling lucky. He's been hitting a few of these. So first off, you're the closest. All right, $322 million
Very close.
for Kirk Cousins.
But like
And-
I said, if you wouldn't have said 3, I would have said in the 2s.
yeah,
How much of that has he actually earned, though?
he has. All right, so just to add to this, one playoff win.
Jeez.
All right.
Wait, so what? When they say does it actually say he's earned $322
Yeah,
million?
because he's going to get
Dude,
cut.
this guaranteed the money that has been paid.
He's already
to him.
made it.
300.
And he got franchise tagged twice in Washington and made money off that. And heck, I'll find the other tweet that I reposted last night. You like that? Which is what Kirk Cousins is saying right now. So anyway, Kirk Cousins, according to Warren Sharp, at least the way he put it down here, 4 of the most NFL top earners. Tom Brady is third with $333 million. He, of course, is a 7-time Super Bowl champ, 35.
And that's not counting Fox money.
Yeah, 35 playoff wins compared to 1 for Kirk Cousins. Aaron Rodgers is second.
Oh, damn.
Aaron Rodgers is second with $395 million, a 1-time Super Bowl champ, and 11 playoff wins. The guy at the top is also a Super Bowl champion and 7 playoff victories, and his name is Matthew Stafford.
Wow, okay.
And he has over 400.
He's made over $400 million.
$403 million.
I mean, didn't he was before the rookie scale, right?
He was the last guy. I
Okay,
believe.
so yeah, he got paid even before he even
Was he
played.
the last guy? Or, no, Bradford was the last guy.
Bradford was the last guy.
Yeah,
Sam
so he
Bradford.
was right there with him. And
Bradford just got a ridiculous
And by the way,
stuff.
this is from the Lonesome Dove that put this out. So I'm just he retweeted what Warren Sharp put out.
Dove.
So this is not a got from the No-Cos.
Dove.
Yeah, no, it's Dove to me, bro. That's just a lot of money. And I guess I'm using this as he's been robbing people, as Leon described, for quite some time.
Yeah, so his second year in the league, he made 27 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, as a 22-year-old.
He was a $60 million dude, wasn't he? When he first came in, 2009.
If he made $60 million in 2009, that's unreal.
Well, I'm talking about the overall contract.
Yeah, still, I'm saying that's unreal. That's way more than anyone in the league.
The rookie contract was, it was 6 years, 72 mil.
Okay, so it is up
but
there.
his average, yeah.
God,
So I guess they spread it out a little bit.
Yeah, and then the next year, Bradford was the last of the guarantee.
He made $72 million in 2009.
Well, through
The total
15.
contract, yeah.
Right, but I mean,
His
he
rookie
signed the
deal.
contract for $72 million in 2009.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so if you
Old
look
times, man.
Yeah.
That was the largest contract in the league, I'm guessing, right?
I don't know.
Well, he was. I would, at the very least, it was the largest rookie contract because he was the first guy taken.
Right.
But when you just take a look at the way the numbers have worked, they have grown exponentially for the teams and everybody across the board. Just take a look at what the non-quarterbacks are making. We're talking about, you know what Malik Willis is right now being projected to make? Malik Willis.
He's doing the Matt Flynn. Remember that? Where you
Yes.
have like one or two decent games at the end of the year and then you fool the entire NFL.
And who was it? Green Bay or Seattle? Seattle
He
grabbed him.
played at Green Bay, but
Yeah.
Seattle signed him. Yeah.
And he might be that guy. So Malik Willis is, as JJ just said, and that's a great comp because he steps in.
Unless he becomes good.
He might. But he steps
I'm calling
in.
a no, though.
And Matt LaFleur is a play call in juvie and just put him in great position to make these plays, and then he would zigzag and drive defenders crazy. He's looking at around $35 million in a contract. Yeah, per.
By the way, according to...
Yeah. And by the way, this is the guy that dropped, into the third round?
The Liberty quarterback.
The Liberty quarterback dropped in the third round, went to Tennessee. Tennessee gave up on him. Matt LaFleur recreates him just like a few of these other quarterbacks that have been become Renaissance men, and he's another one. Crazy.
Grokpedia.
Yeah. Oh, I love Grok.
Says Matthew Stafford's rookie deal was the largest contract in the NFL in 2000.
Wow.
Yeah. So he had made a huge amount of money with that deal, and then they said, we've got to – and basically he was the impetus, that contract, for them to scratch it.
Yeah, because it was 2 years later, the 2011 CBA. I just looked it up. So that was the 2009 draft.
Right.
And that definitely helped.
Yeah.
Because you got to be thinking, what if you're like Brady or Peyton around that time?
Gosh. Mm-hmm.
And you're not the highest paid, and it's like a rookie quarterback every year becomes the highest paid. You got to be thinking, this got to change. And it did.
Yeah, because if you just compare it real quick, at least I'm looking at the rookie contract for Trevor. If this is right, this is something close to Grok. $36.8 million, fully guaranteed, signing bonus $24.1 million. That was his rookie deal.
By the way, 4 months later, Eli became the highest paid player in the NFL in 2009.
Well, that's the sweepstakes that Big Surse always talks about. You signed a deal, and then what 1 day later?
Somebody else got it.
Oh, yeah, Rolf. He's so petty. Yeah, when I signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars, I was.
So you had 1 day?
I had 1 day to enjoy it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Highest paid lineman
Most
in the league.
people will never be able to say that.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, we'll keep it rolling. Talking about your Jags, moving home games to London. Your thoughts, 641-1010. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosure.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. Big games, big hitters, big radio. Go big or go home. 1010 XL, the station that plays big.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Shoot your shot with Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's right. Prize Picks is now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. Don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks, Prize Picks. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. It's just that simple, everybody. And now Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. At Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You can choose flex play and get paid even if one of your picks misses, or power play for the biggest payouts. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get that $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play 5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Attention sports fans! Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Look no further than Best Bet. You can bet anywhere, but you'll definitely win here. Experience the thrill of sports like never before. With all the big games broadcasting live on our big screens and a menu stacked with your favorite foods and refreshing drinks, you're sure to find your winning ticket. Bet anywhere, win here, only at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
We got a great show for you today.
Denny Thompson stars as the quarterback whisperer.
A big show.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill.
A king-size show.
Revved up by George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Coach Campo here, and I just want to tell you about the best pizza I've had right here in Duval, and that's Tony D's Pizza. Tony works hard to make every slice perfect. If you love pizza like I do, you need to go to Tony D's, Bay Meadows and 295.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
We love talking sports on 1010XL, and I9 Sports loves giving kids the perfect way to grow up playing the game. Spring and summer registration going on right now. Log on to i9sports.com to see all they've got to offer for kids ages 3 and up. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. Year-round sports all across the First Coast. St. John's, Duval, and Clay. Sign up now for spring and summer. Great new locations added like Tofoy Creek High School and Westside Middle. Get your kids in the game with I9 Sports. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount at i9sports.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Pickett here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, garagedoor911.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. Florida and Texas square off in a game with significant postseason ramifications for both squads. The Gators are coming off a 94-75 road triumph at Ole Miss that marked their 7th straight victory. These two teams last met on January 18th of 2025 in Gainesville, where the Gators rolled to an 84-60 victory behind 49% shooting and 44 points in the paint. We'll have the action for you right here on the Superstation on 1010 a.m. beginning at 6:30. 65 degrees at 103, time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Guggen Open.
All right, we're back on XLP. From the text line, I gotta say this. From the text line brought to you by my good friends, Lifetime Enclosures. Randy from Middleburg says, gonna be locked up in the trailer to go out to the track tomorrow. Was wanting to see if Leon is gonna come out and take a lap on the Supercross bike. He'll bring one if you want to.
What's the weight limit?
I don't know. There is a weight limit.
I'm just saying, I'm about 325 right now.
He said he's gonna
get a big hog.
He said he's gonna bring a new model for you, a Kawasaki KX250.
Nice.
You interested?
Wherever the hell that is, but it sounds nice. Yeah.
He's loading up. You interested?
It's not,
Listen,
contractually, I'm not obligated to do that.
It's actually in his 1010XL contract that he can't
Exactly,
skydive.
exactly.
or
Sorry,
motorcycle.
man.
I told Steve,
No,
they
you
listen.
can't do Supercross
stuff.
I'm
man.
sure Steve
Sorry.
doesn't want me out there like
Right.
that.
But
So-
we do have story time with Sirs.
Yeah,
He
we
had
do.
an incident.
We did.
I'll just say that.
This could even be at Leon's locker room.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
It's gotta be.
we
It's gotta
can take you into the locker room.
Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy. Served up by Wingstop.
Don't forget about
Crankberry up.
Oh,
Don't forget about the ranch.
Oh, I can't forget about the ranch now. All right, Wingstop is open till 1 a.m., delivering right to your door and free extra ranch. Free extra ranch. Always better.
In the name of Hacker.
Yes.
That's
So
for
listen,
my
this is unfortunately this story is not an inspiring one. It's something that happened to me last night.
Right.
Slash this morning.
This morning. Yeah, absolutely. By 11:30 last night, I got a phone call that someone had stole my daughter's vehicle that we just purchased for 2 days ago. A Buick.
Brand new
Spanking new.
Hell's
How
wrong
do you
with
get
this
your
world?
car
Seriously.
stolen
The
after
paper-
2 days?
The paper tags on the back and everything. All right.
They might have noticed
So
the paper
she
She doesn't
tags.
have her plate yet.
No, she don't even have a place now. So she's making the transition.
What's wrong with this world, man?
I know. So she's making the transition. She was staying in a hotel. She's making the transition from her apartment into a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was bringing food to the children,
Mm-hmm.
and she had the key, just the push button.
Yeah,
So she
yeah.
had the keys to the car in her pocket, and someone apparently jumped in the car and left, thinking that the keys. Now she had a rental car too, so she had the rental car keys inside the car, but she had the real keys to the car.
So
in her
he's
pocket.
looking at that thinking.
He's thinking,
So
yeah,
he
I
said,
have the car.
keys.
Oh, I got the car. I got the car key.
Yeah.
So this happened all in Bay Meadow, and then he got
This is where I live, of course.
and then he got the Mandarin.
Bay Meadow's the Wild Wild West, bro. Seriously.
A little more sketch.
So
A lot
Yeah,
more
it's
sketch.
gotten a lot more sketch.
So he
From the Bombay
apparently
Bicycle Club days.
he got it from Bay Meadows and got the Mandarin, and apparently got hungry because he stopped at Wawa.
Good choice. Good choice.
Grabbed him a sandwich, a snack.
Gotta
whatever
give him
the hell
that.
he
I
did,
gotta
all
give him
right?
that. Good choice.
Which I thought before you go on,
Yeah.
that if being a poor person like myself who still has the old school keys, you got to put them in.
Yeah.
I thought that if you're like a little further away from your car,
You
then
think
it
it would
won't
shut
go,
down?
but
Yeah.
it doesn't. That's scary.
It's just whenever you decide,
when
either
he-
you run out of gas or you decide you're going to turn it
it
off.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Then you got to
Yeah.
And that's where we're going.
So he apparently thought. So he apparently thought that the keys in the car were.
Genius.
They weren't. They
Yeah.
were for the rental car. So when he got out the car and turned off the car, and when he got him a snack, it came back. He couldn't get back in.
Or
beautiful.
you can start the car.
Yeah,
Oh,
That
that's
must have
it.
been frustrating.
So now we already got JSO on him, and he's on foot.
Yeah.
All right. Not
He's
knowing
got
that
a snack.
not knowing that.
At least he's got a snack.
Yeah, he's got a snack.
At least
He's got a
I can't
snack.
drop my bonbons.
And he's got the phone. He has her phone as
Okay.
well. Not
So they're
knowing that-
tracking him.
So we're tracking you.
Dumbass.
Okay. So we're tracking you. We know exactly where you are.
This is not the smartest crook.
No, it's not the smartest criminal in the world. So he's on foot. And the crazy thing is, he had put the phone, I guess he figured he had put the phone down someplace. Then he got up this morning and went back to it.
Oh my god!
I had to make a call.
I love it.
I had to
Yeah,
make a
love it.
call.
And then when he went back to it, that's when they got him.
This guy.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
So he's been caught.
Yes, he's been caught.
Thank
yes.
Now, are we going to keep
the
that
Leos out
ride?
there.
Or
Is he going to
probably-
get ranch for that or no?
No, he gets not. So you would think that was the end of the story, right? No, it's not the end. Of course not. OnStar, all right?
Uh-huh.
Right.
So OnStar, the car was reported stolen. And then we had to let them know that we had retrieved it.
Mhm.
So we
so that you don't get pulled over.
Exactly. So we spent at least another good hour talking to OnStar,
Uh-huh.
having them send a signal so she could crank up the
Okay,
car.
good.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god!
Thank
So
goodness
that was from 11:30 last night.
Can OnStar turn the car off?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like while you're driving?
I don't know about that, but
I
they
don't know
can.
about
Okay.
Yeah.
They can.
So from 11:30
They
to
can
2
do
a.m.
anything,
that
okay?
was my life. From
Yeah,
11:30
that is-
to 2 a.m. in the
Oh
morning.
my
that was
gosh,
my life.
that's crazy. Yeah, they can cause some headaches if you are in a situation or at a place where you don't want people to know that you're in
Oh,
that
yeah.
situation or
Yeah.
at that place,
Have
and then
you
something
ever-
goes bad.
Have you guys ever had a car stolen?
No,
No, but I
didn't have anything
My dad
worth.
did right in front of our house.
I didn't have anything worth being stolen.
You know what's interesting
That-
is the older Suburbans
Same with
Yeah.
me.
have a kill switch, like underneath. All you got to do literally is just flip it. It's an actual kill switch, and the car cannot be started. And most people that try and steal it have no idea what it is.
So you do that whenever you walk away from it, like
I would
and
do
you're
that
coming
like
back.
when I would.
You'd
I
have
don't, I
to
don't
get
have the
up
car
under
anymore.
your car?
I don't have the car anymore because Leon and I were sitting at an exit on Blanning Boulevard, and some girl who was reading
Oh,
her text
yeah.
So many
rammed in the
stories.
back of us.
spin off of
I
other
remember
That's
stories.
that.
another
Was it
story for another time.
inside the car on the floorboard?
No, it's inside underneath the dash.
Okay.
And most don't know it, so you just flip it and that's it. So like if I
So
left my car at the airport or something, I would flip it every time.
Okay,
Very cool.
I got you. And then Pop's ride was heisted.
Yeah, my dad had one of those like Jeeps, like 90s, those box Jeeps. Probably like 94.
Willis,
We were living in Ormond Beach. And yeah, they took it from out front of our house. And then we found it like miles down the road, but it was
Savages.
completely gutted of everything.
Savage.
Like that was back when you'd take like the CD player and
Well,
all
we have
that.
had we've had rides that have been burglarized. Remember we were talking about the old days when
Oh,
you
yeah.
actually would go buy your own stereo equipment and
Exactly.
install them.
Mhm.
And my brother and I, like, he was a big time electrician as far as doing the automotive upscaling, and they would come in there and they'd rip it out of there.
It's
so
pretty easy to
dang
take out.
fast. Yeah. And they had that was back when you could pick the doors pretty dang easy too, with not a hanger, but one of those flat bars.
A lot of people leave their car doors unlocked.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people go into places with their,
especially in Ocala,
with their cars running with the keys in it, and they
yeah,
don't
like
care.
a hotel, and they just walk in and give food to their kids and just leave their car running.
It's crazy to me, man. Like I got in the text line right here. Left my car running at Circle K in Jack's Beach. Went in to get a vape. Look at my car, and off it goes.
Damn. See, I do that every
Found 3
once
days
in a
later
while.
on the west side. The west side is the best side. At a tow yard, undamaged, and a fresh 18-pack of Bud Light.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice.
I mean, at least he got the 18-pack.
Yeah, so you won at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. The crooks got pulled over. Beautiful. That is just awesome. At the very least, he had made the purchase, and he could not keep it with him on his person. That's beautiful. The West Side Impound lot. That's so good.
Imagine the stories from the West Side Impound lot.
Oh, yeah. All right. Keep them coming. We definitely are still talking about the Jags, but let's talk a little Players' Championship. Just a handful of days away. We are counting it down. We will do it coming up on a golf club of Southampton Wednesday, a beautiful day. If you want to go on out, 287 play, just head on out, pick up your clubs, go out and play 18, or just go out and check out that practice area for the members. You will love it. That's for sure.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Feel the weight of tradition in every swing. 1010XL is your radio home for the Players' Championship with live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by Shillington Creek Pest Control,
Jack's Outdoor Solutions,
and Firehouse Subs.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, transponders, and even high-tech smart locks. For honest, professional locksmith service,
Instant Keys comes to you.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
All month, 1010XL brings you the stories of African-American leaders who built the bold city. One achievement, one breakthrough, and one act of courage at a time. Black History Month is turned by Instant Keys.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantley, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Storms are part of every season. Make sure you're protected. Call American Electrical to make sure you have the best in surge protection. Don't lose your home electronics to a lightning strike. Call 737-7770 for American Electrical.
The Florida Forum welcomes world-renowned chef and humanitarian Jose Andres at the Center for Performing Arts March 31st. His impact spans the globe as founder of World Central Kitchen, Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient, and global leader using food as a force for change. All proceeds for the Florida Forum benefit the Women's Board of Wilson Children's Hospital, supporting a new outdoor play area for behavioral health services. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Bernardino Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mokama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and Lagers, matching memories and some Mokama magic is what it's all about. Mokama Beer Company in Bernardino Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mokama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
Hi, I'm Malavia Washington, and I am thankful to the players for being a champion for children here in Northeast Florida. Only 13 days until the Players' Championship.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC. home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
When you see that sun shining out there and you know that you're getting through, it looks like this last little bit of cold, it should fire you up because the days are really starting to fly by, and we'll be at the Players Championship before you know it. Let's welcome in the executive director of the Players. Lee Smith joins us now. Lee, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, Joe. You know, I've been listening a little to the station all day long, and I just want to remind everybody that, you know, the Players Championship is a 9-day home game, Jay.
My man, yes.
Does that?
you all ain't going anywhere. No, no, not happening.
Are you prepared to go on record that it will not move?
100%.
Oh, that's beautiful. We loved it. We were hoping that you were going to take that.
The man of the people right there.
Yeah,
huh?
and run with it. The way things are shaping up, just from a weather point of view, like we said, this is when you pull that farmer's almanac out from underneath your pillow. Things are looking good right now.
Yeah, no doubt, Joe. I actually, I got this sent to me last night by a friend in the fishing business. But Mike Burrish I think it was on Twitter, actually, put out a piece that said he's expecting, and his words were, a toasty mid-March for the Players Championship in TBC Sawgrass. So we're enthused and optimistic about that. That's for sure. Certainly, weather is just a big part of everybody's experience. It's always it's a lot more fun to put down a couple sawgrass splashes and have tacos outdoors when the weather's nice.
Les, what are some of the big name commits for the Players coming up?
Yeah, we'll have them all, Leon. Obviously a new one for us will be Brooks Koepka coming back and playing in the Players again. But you name it, they'll be here. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy's our defending champion. Jordan Spieth. Justin Thomas is a 5-year anniversary. Jason Day, it's his 10-year anniversary of winning the championship. Xander Schauffele and Wyndham Clark were so close last year. They'll all be here. So really an exciting time. And that's one thing about that's great about being the executive director here is really the tournament when it comes to the athletes, it sells itself. We actually have past champions, Tim Clark, Steve Elkington, KJ Choi, and a couple of others that are actually going to be on site with us this year just to enjoy the experience.
Nice.
So always great.
Yeah, we've had Elk on. We love him.
Yeah.
And KJ for that matter.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Lee, can you explain to everyone the structural changes to the course, even though they may not be easy for the eye to see?
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. It's every year, we always look at it from a couple different lenses, and one is obviously the athletic lens and the players and the fans, and really how their routing and navigation is around the golf course. And then the second one is actually the lens of the broadcast and how people are going to watch it from home. And so really the nips and tucks from year to year can either, have a drastic impact on the competition or more on the presentation. And this year, most of those changes were kind of presentation driven. So in a perfect world, you'd love an athlete on the golf course not to ever cross a cart path, because a lot of your fans navigate around the course on a cart path. And if the players cross it over, that tends to create congestion and stop fan navigation. So we're always kind of nipping and tucking and kind of hiding cart paths in, inside tree lines and those types of things to not only keep players from having to cross over those, but also keep cart paths out of the broadcast shot in our cameras. So, when you're able to watch it at home and you play the golf course, that there's cart paths there, but in the fan view or in the broadcast presentation, you don't see them. So we actually did some of that on holes 1, 2, 14, 15. There's 4 or 5 different holes that we did that this year, and probably more to come after the tournament next year.
We're talking with Lee Smith, executive director of the Players, as we do get ready for the Players Championship coming up second week of March. And when we look at it, there have been good stories that have come out of the West Coast swing. Now they move down to the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. That they go from Tiger's tournament to Jack's tournament, which is pretty dang cool. But how about the story? And you can appreciate this, Lee. the official earnings for Jacob Bridgman so far this year, okay? He just won this past week at Riviera. In 5 events, he's won $5.21 million, dudes. $5.21 million, and that's nearly as much as he made in his previous 61 events on the PGA Tour. That's saying something to the purse money and the ability to go out there and make a big splash.
No, you're exactly right, Joe. I think you're exactly right. It's a great story about Jacob in the fact that, he utilized the PGA Tour U pathway through the university system in 2022 to get status on the Korn Ferry Tour. On the Korn Ferry Tour, I think he finished 14th maybe and got status on the PGA Tour and that was in 23. And then in 24, he didn't have a great year, finished 114th or something like that, I think. And then in 25 had runner-ups and got to the Tour Championship. I mean, to see his ascent, it's really been a year-by-year stepping stone, which kind of, a lot of times reminds me of baseball, rookie ball, A ball, double A, triple A. He's worked his way up in the last 4 years, and obviously, it probably didn't hurt that his best friend on tour is Chris Gotterup. I think they mentioned in the broadcast that they're staying together at the Cognizant Classic. That when your best friend goes out and wins twice, it probably provides a little kick in the butt and a little inspiration and maybe even confidence to go out there and do it. So to go and win a tournament of the magnitude of Tigers and out at Riviera, it was fun to watch.
And I loved it because Rory was on his heels and dropped a birdie in at 18 at Riviera, which we know that's just what a beautiful amphitheater setting that hole is. Listen to this, though, real quickly, because this is the local tie. He's a Clemson Tiger. And it was Dabo Sweeney and Trevor congratulating him. Here's a little snippet from Trevor Lawrence.
Just before you go, we have a little surprise, I think, or something to show you. All right.
Jacob, what's up, man? It's Trevor. I just wanted to shoot you a quick video. Say congratulations on the big win with the Genesis. I've been watching all day today as much as I could and been following you. It's been a lot of fun watching you all weekend. And congrats on such a big win. You're playing awesome. Been really fun to watch. Can't wait to watch you the rest of the season. And when you go out there and play some golf soon, it won't be as fun to watch me play as it is to watch you, but we'd have a great time. But congrats, man. I'll be rooting for you the rest of the way. Keep killing it.
And so, Lee, that speaks volumes with athlete on athlete watching the PGA Tour and Trevor chiming in.
No doubt about it, Joe. You know what's funny about that connection too is that one of our head comms folks here at the tour, Michael Ballacher, is a big Clemson fan. So there was just this big circle hug, I think, with out there with Trevor and shooting that video and Jacob Bridgman and a lot of Clemson folks around here, that's for sure.
So Lee, we are 2 weeks from tomorrow, right? From
Correct.
round one.
Round one, yep.
All right. What's going on in your world right now? You're this close to this thing kicking off. What are the key things you're hitting?
We yesterday we went around with the famous Tommy Roy with NBC Sports, and we drove the golf course from hole 1 to hole 18, looking at camera towers and camera shots and views and conditioning and elevation and a lot of different things, which is always, fun to see somebody's genius at work that way. So that's, kind of standard here a couple weeks out. This morning we had a closing ceremony walkthrough, which, our trophy ceremony on 18 green and, talking about how we continue to celebrate those types of things. And then this afternoon, we've got a kind of a minute-by-minute run a show for our Military Appreciation Day, which, I know everybody here in Northeast Florida is certainly proud of our men and women in uniform and celebrating that day and culminating an awesome show and celebration with an hour of Ludacris having a great time and bringing the energy kind of as the kickoff to the week. So, a lot of crossing T's and dotting I's right now, Matt, but, certainly excited. And as we see that weather forecast kind of crystallize, it'll only get better as we go forward.
All right, so before we turn you loose, and we've got one of our dudes, the diehard 1010XLer, Bill Hickey, who has been one of the guys integral in the Veterans Job Fair. That's coming up. So any details that you want to offer? March 7th from 10 to 2. And Bill says a decade and a half you guys have been putting that job fair together.
It is. No, Bill has been integral in doing that. I think it's always great to hear the stories that he tells, but one that kind of hits home that really talks. Hey, this isn't just 4 hours of a job fair and nothing really happens. You know, there was one of our title sponsors, proud partners, is Morgan Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
And all of our corporate partners and our proud partners, Morgan Stanley, Optum, and Comcast Business, they all displayed there at that job fair. And one year, I think it was 2 years ago, they had a table, and the next year, the woman behind the table was a veteran that Morgan Stanley hired that came to the job fair. She was displaying then the next year. So
nice.
It's real life there, and it's a great opportunity for those men and women in uniform to, see what's out there and see how their skills might apply.
All right, we love it, man. We're looking forward to being there. And by the way, we're going to be set up at the trucks on 10, so Big Surse is going to need a rundown of food trucks next week.
Yeah, we'll
okay?
we'll get Big Surse a credit to work off of so that he can give me some feedback on all those trucks.
I appreciate you.
He's all right with that. All right, man, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. We will talk to you next week.
You got it. Have a good one.
All right, Lee Smith, Executive Director of the Players. Of course, you can go to theplayers.com. Parking is always a big deal. Secondary market, you're going to have to look at that. They got an Uber setup, which is great, and they run those through PGA Tour Studios, which is just steps away from the Nicholas Gate. So make sure you check it all out, theplayers.com. And we got a little hookup right now. By the way, before we go to break, or actually, JJ will give these tickets away now before we go to break. And then I got to come back with another stolen car story, okay? Because it is Weird Wednesday after all. So
we could do that.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, I have a pair of tickets for the Wednesday practice round at the Players Championship. So be car number 4 at 641-1010.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
Sevens are wild for the red-hot 7th-ranked Gators as they ride their 7-game win streak into Austin, Florida, Texas. Tonight at 7 on 1010 AM.
The riders who face Daytona Supercross are built different. Withstanding the most unforgiving and grueling track is not just a point of pride, but of pure grit and determination. This battle can only be felt in person. Witness the action unfold at the only place in Florida where the biggest names will battle it out under the lights. Daytona Supercross is built different. It's built for champions. It's built for fans. The gate drops Saturday, February 28th. There's only one place to be. Secure your tickets and trackside access at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Leon Cersei here, your lemon pepper guy. You know Wingstop always delivers, and I'm just not talking about the cook-to-order, hand-sauced, and tossed chicken sandwich in your choice of 12 mouth-watering flavors. I'm not talking about their homemade ranch so good that wouldn't blame you if you double-dipped. I'm talking about Wingstop delivers straight to your door. And did you know they open until 1 a.m.? So visit wingstop.com or use the app to get the flavors delivered right to your door, late night, only at Wingstop.
2-day flash sale right now from Zero Res. 25% off tile and grout cleaning. Mopping can't reach dirt in trapped grout lines, so restore to a brighter, cleaner look. Lift embedded dirt and buildup from kitchens and bathrooms. Book now before the offer disappears. Call 287-5727. Flash sale ends this Wednesday for 25% off tile and grout cleaning from Zero Res. Zero Res, spelled backwards or forward, it's the right way to clean.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infinity is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlion. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infinity is inspected, factory backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship level service as a brand new Infinity? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. George Barry, your local orthopedic surgeon. In the wintertime here in Jacksonville, it does get pretty cold, and sometimes you wake up with aches and pains in your shoulders and knees. Don't forget to stretch and stay mobilized so these joints don't stiffen up. And if that doesn't work, you can see us at Barry Orthopedics, where we can give you the treatment that you need.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Barry and the entire staff at BarryOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-7098.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-7098. That's 800-575-7098.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is, man, that sucks to the Jaguars when they got 6 games in 2 years. I understand the money, the business part of it. Still doesn't feel right. No, still doesn't feel right. Especially
if the team is sending like
yeah, the team is ascending. I mean, when they were terrible, I mean, you could have them, but now they're doing well. I want to see them. I'll go on tour now.
I love that. You can have them.
I'll go on tour now. I'll go on tour now. I'm just a little upset about it, but I'll get over it. As long as they keep playing the way they're playing, then I guess I have to deal with it.
Yeah, give me something to enjoy.
I think it'll be easier to deal with it when you really start to see that construction going on in that stadium.
Yeah.
People will be like, all right, well, at least you're getting this out of it.
Right. Stadium of the future. And
doesn't mean we can't argue about it.
That's true. But here's a season ticket holder that we can ask at the very least.
Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm coming in.
Gio, ... the season ticket holder. Gio!
Like
Dr.
front
George
seat.
Barry.
Front seat ticket holder.
He's got the best seats in the house.
I don't know. 50-yard line is definitely better.
You're right there at the front, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can shake hands with players.
There's perks.
The reason I say you got the best seats in the house is because the young sons, Michael and George, get hooked up by the players that run through into the tunnel every time.
Yes.
They love
That's
it.
why I sit there.
Yeah, they
For
love
that.
it. And by the way, Parker Washington is about to get paid. Michael's favorite player.
That's right.
Number 11. All right. Dr. George Barry, we will ask you about your thoughts on 2 home games leaving the bank a little bit later on. But if you have sports injury questions, you can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Jump in. Let us know anything aches or pain-wise. We have a couple that we want to throw at Gio before we are done today. The Olympic gold went to the United States. It was unbelievable. Were you watching?
I watched some of it, yes.
Yeah. And I think that may be true for a lot of people, but 20 million plus, the peak.
Yeah.
Early on a Sunday. So anyway, JJ just reminded us Sidney Crosby missed the game because he had a lower body injury and an MRI. Basically, he was ruled out for the remainder of the tournament. He got hit a couple of times against, I don't even know.
Sweden, maybe?
No, it was like,
Or
I
the
don't even
game
know what
before
Czechia
that?
is anymore. Is that how you
Czech
say
Republic? Okay.
Yeah.
One of those
of the
Czechias or Vakias.
That's what it says, of the Czechia game. So I'm guessing the Czech Republic.
No longer Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, exactly. Or Yugo,
The artist
right?
formerly known as Yugoslavia.
And so an MRI, Gio, he was ruled out for the remainder of the tournament. Game time decision for those final 2 games, which meant they were trying to get him to a point. Anyway, it says lower leg, and he got hit a couple of times.
Yeah.
No way we can know.
Who
He's going to
knows?
be on the shelf now coming back to the NHL.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I would assume that if it was playable, he would have played, those games.
Yeah.
lower leg injury is a very vague injury.
Mhm.
It could be your ankle. It could be your knee. It's very. But so thinking about 4 weeks, maybe has a meniscus tear that they're going to rehab.
Right.
Try again would come back. That's plausible. And honestly, that's probably my number one guess would be
Because
that.
with injured reserve in the NHL, he's out at least a month. Who knows how
4 weeks,
long?
right.
Or
yeah. So I would say probably has a meniscus tear that they're trying to rehab him back. Would be my assumption, or maybe he has an MCL,
Okay.
injury, a grade 2 that takes 4 to 6 weeks.
If he has turf toe, do they call it ice toe?
I don't know.
That's a deep question
I
that
love that.
we can only answer on XL Primetime. Although that foot's pretty tight in that skate. I don't think it moves
It
as
is,
much.
but you never know, man.
Yeah, I don't think you use your big toe to push off.
No,
do you? I
nothing
don't know.
really.
Yeah,
like
you do.
I don't know. I don't skate.
They say, Big Sirs, have you ever skied? Because we're trying to get you on a motocross bike. Have you ever skied?
I have
No-
not. No.
Shocked.
He had
have
to think
not.
about it for a second.
Yeah.
No, I've never skied before. No.
Because when you first put on a set of skis and you go down the mountain and you're just on that little bunny slope, they say push your toe.
Oh,
And
really?
that will help turn.
Turn, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just push your left toe.
Maybe
or
there is
your-
ice toe,
yeah,
Gino.
and you'll move in that direction, which is just kind of crazy. All right, so a month for him. Now let's get to the other Olympian. Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah.
She is a weekly topic, bro. And you shot a picture of the latest that she has gone through, multiple surgeries
Yes.
in Italy before being flown by jet over to the United States, only to have more surgeries.
Yes. So the picture of her and her the X-rays came out. She has, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 plates in her knee. She has one plate that goes from the top of her tibia all the way down past the midshaft of the tibia. She has one in the back of the tibia. Then
That's what we're looking at as plates.
yeah. Then they
Okay.
tweeted some I don't know Instagram person tweeted the pictures from her surgery with the big X fix on, which we talked about, that device that goes over the leg,
Right.
with what we call a wound vac. So
Okay.
they said that she had a fasciotomy. She had compartment syndrome. Compartment syndrome is when you have so much swelling, you're now causing damage to the nerve. You're
Oh.
occluding the artery, and it becomes a surgical emergency because the blood supply is now dying to that extremity.
Oh my
so you have to go and fillet it open and keep it open to let the pressure out.
He just said that word. You cannot
You have to
say
fillet
that
it.
word.
Yeah,
You
gotta
cannot
fillet it.
say that when we start talking about injuries.
From the top to bottom, all the way
I
down.
know it's easy for you guys to say it just because you're docs and you just say it and it rolls right off the tongue.
So
You
how
can't
many?
come on the radio and say fillet.
Got to make
when
these
you're talking
decisions
about
quick.
Unless we're
legs
talking
and-
about filet mignon.
Yeah.
God,
So how many months
really,
till she's
Gio?
jumping rope? How many months?
She's gonna be a while. I mean, she's gonna have her leg. Someone had mentioned
Alex Smith.
yeah,
is what
her legs
looks
probably
a
gonna
lot
look like
like
that.
Alex Smith.
Yeah, but he had multiple surgeries because he had infection. But she's had already 3 or 4. She said.
And what's crazy?
But she is at risk for infection, right? With the wound being open like
Yeah,
that.
there's always a risk. Yes.
Yeah.
Anytime you have that, stuff,
Especially
there's
when
a
you
risk.
have to do that severe.
Yes.
Fillet it.
Yeah.
Right. Big,
yeah.
big,
From
big.
top to bottom.
She's gonna have big incisions. Big wounds.
Here's the other
multiple
thing.
surgeries.
Like, if anybody watches Sunday NFL Countdown and you get where they get up off of their set and they're
Yeah.
walking and they're doing the big video, just watch Alex Smith walk.
He still
It- it-
limps.
It, looks, oh my
really?
God.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks, it's not
That
just a
sucks,
limp.
man.
It looks painful.
Yeah.
But it's not to him anymore. But he had to really come through something pretty dang severe and
Yeah.
tried to come back from
Listen,
it.
when you have these traumas,
It did.
Yeah.
a lot of orthopedics or in medicine is patient expectation.
Mhm.
When you have a bad injury, you have to give the expectation to the patient that you're not going to be normal anymore. That is out the window. That's gone. What you want to try to do is now have a functional life.
Right.
You want to try to be able to walk, go to the bathroom, and shower. But it's going to hurt when you walk more than X amount of feet or whatnot. So expectation is a big thing.
Do you
Meanwhile,
think
Anthony-
Alex Smith can
Yeah.
run? Like,
Yeah.
can he just jog around?
no
Do you think?
way.
No.
Say again?
If you
Do you
watch
think
him
Alex
walk,
Smith? Do you know anything about Alex
Yeah.
Smith? Do you think he can jog around the block?
I think it would hurt him a lot.
Really?
probably.
Dang.
I
I mean, he
mean,
went
he's an
back and
athlete,
played in the
so-
league. He
Yeah.
went back and played how
Yeah.
many games?
Right, but there's not a lot of running as a quarterback.
but at least he could.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
he-
you're probably right. He can do something.
Yeah.
JJ, I told you running is overrated.
Yeah.
Gio, I meant to ask you
You're
this.
right.
So speaking of fillet,
Meanwhile, Anthony Davis has a finger injury. Okay.
right?
A hangnail.
So when we talk all the time about Tiger's ankle
Yeah.
injury, and his ankle was literally on the
Yes.
table next to him.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
How did they how do you do that?
How do you?
So his ankle's off,
Yes.
and he's completely filleted.
I mean, he had an open wound,
Right.
So what happens is when you have an open wound, and if it's big enough,
you can just,
use that. Yeah, you can just use that open wound as your incision. That wound becomes your incision. You don't have to make a second one.
My eye was laying on the surgical table too,
and he sees
right
just
over the
fine.
side.
Yeah, you see great now.
Oh, yeah. All right, listen, I got to throw one at you here real quick. From our listeners, XL Primetimers or Breaking Bones fans. Hey, Doc, I can't bend my ankle more than about 15 degrees, and when I do, extreme high levels of pain. Feels like it's pulling down. Is this plantar fasciitis or something else?
The question would be, where's the pain? Right? He can't.
Bending my ankle. So I guess.
Yeah, so is that down? Yeah. So is that down? Is that up? Right. I don't know. The first thing I would do is get an X-ray because you can have a bone spur causing impingement, and that's why when you bend it up and down, it hurts. So that's a very easy thing to check out. You get an X-ray and you're done. And then after that, physical exam. I don't know where he's hurting or she's hurting. If it's on the heel of the foot, could it be plantar fasciitis? Maybe, but that doesn't show up as a bending position. That usually shows up. I wake up in the morning and it hurts. I sit down, then I get up and it hurts. So it's a little different story. But the first thing I would do is get an X-ray because if you have a bone spur, your answer is the answer is right there on the X-ray,
and it could be dealt with.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, right? You might have severe arthritis in that ankle, and you just got to deal with it. You might have a small little bone spur that. Sometimes you can shave it off depending on where it's at. Not super common to shave off bone spurs. There are certain areas of the body that you can.
Okay.
It just kind of depends.
All right, so check it out. Bari Orthopedics. You can definitely go there. X-ray is very important if you want to try and get a little relief. You can hit us with another question, 641-1010, and we'll try and get it on Breaking Bones Sunday morning at 7:30. Gio, before you go, have you ever had a car stolen? Big Sursa's family had one lifted last night. And
they found it.
JSO was on top of that.
He's been arrested.
Yeah, they caught him this morning. He went back to the scene of the crime. Yes, he did.
Yeah. Anything?
Like they all do.
No, I've never had a car stolen.
You never had your motorcycle?
No, nothing super.
You have a bike stolen?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Are you a motorcycle guy?
No.
Oh,
I
the
meant
way
like a
Joe
bike.
said that, I was like shocked.
No.
I'm just trying to quiz him. I'm just seeing what I can pry
I was
out
like,
of it.
dang.
Yeah. All right. So
You are like super cool.
Anybody ever steal your lunch money?
So here was our dude. I was delivering pizza in Gainesville, huge apartment complex. Left the car running when I made my delivery, and when I got done, the car was gone. Had to call the store, another driver come pick me up. We found the car still running on the complete other end of the complex. 50 more buildings in this complex. I just want to know if he had any pizza in the car.
So they took it for a joyride around the complex?
Just eating pizza.
Yeah, but if you're in college, all you care about the pizza, not the car.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. We did that all the time.
Rob the delivery
Yeah,
guy.
we used to order like 10 pieces of pizza, have them to the dorms. He goes and deliver one. We get the 9, and then we go.
Oh, my God. I love that.
Wow, I never even thought of that. That's diabolical.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Good
With
stuff.
hurricanes, bro.
All
What do
right.
you expect?
Any more stolen car
This
stories?
is pre-NIL.
Keep them coming.
My buddy got his Mitsubishi back in the day. There was a Mitsubishi that was, they don't make it anymore, but it was the coupe. I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
They stole it. They found it in a retention pond.
In the
retention pond.
Holy cow.
Like 2 days later.
Yeah.
It was sticking up.
So that means whoever did it did a header right in there and had to swim his way out.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right,
Hopefully you
Gio,
got
thank
out
you,
with
buddy.
the pizzas, you know?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Dr. George Bari Orthopedics. We keep it rolling right here on XLP.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care. Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Rick Ballou here with a congratulations for John's Auto. They've been in business in Jacksonville for 40 years. That's right, going all the way back to 1985. Right now, they'd like to thank each and every one of you who's ever gotten their vehicle serviced at John's Auto. So, car, truck, or diesel, all makes, all models, whether it's a routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul, go to John's Auto on Arlington Road, johnautomotivejacks.com.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact, didn't even need an appraisal, and with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com, the rapid equity loan program, can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
Golf for a great cause. It's the UNF4 Scholarship Golf Classic, Friday, March 27th at Queens Harbor. Support the Swoop Impact Fund with a sponsorship or foursome. Contact jc.wegner@unf.edu.
If you're listening to 1010 and you're a parent, chances are your kids are playing sports. Check out i9sports.com with spring and summer registration open right now. In the gym or on the field, and now at Tokoi Creek High School and Westside Middle. Check it out, i9sports.com.
Before displaying one of the greatest aerial acts in NBA dunk contest history, D. Brown was pumping his kicks at the Bowles School right here in Jacksonville. From there, Brown would go on to play for Jacksonville University, where his skills would land him as the number 19 pick in the 1990 NBA draft. Brown played for 12 years in the league for 3 different ball clubs, and now is a part of the front office of the Clippers G League affiliate. I'm RJ Saunders, and this Black History Month profile is brought to you by Instant Keys. Fast, professional, locksmith service.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Guggen Open.
All right, we're just kind of spinning through. We had to go to the stolen car storyline because you guys kind of felt like you got heisted earlier today when the news came out that a couple of home games are, not in this hacienda, across the pond. And so that will live on as far as the story goes. But
I've got some all-time stealing story if you want it. I mean, an all-timer.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson in 4 seasons with the Browns.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Okay. Kirk Cousins, by the way, at least earned a little bit of what he $322 million.
$275 million for Deshaun, by the way.
All guaranteed.
All guaranteed. 4 seasons, 19 games, 19 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions, averaging 5.9 yards per attempt, 3,362 yards, completing 59% of his passes.
Sub 60.
And he won't retire because
there's no way.
There's no way I'm retiring.
Why would he?
I'm coming to work every day.
Every day.
Drinking my coffee. You can hate me all you want.
You suck,
I'll
Deshaun.
be so
Thank you.
Fat, out of shape.
Exactly.
Who cares, right? He could be the fattest quarterback on NFL record.
Exactly.
When he's like, I would come in and honestly, in the name of the Battleship Lorenzen, may he rest in peace, because a hefty lefty was just one of the greatest. I really think a phenomena. Okay, that he could play at 300 plus pounds and still sling it.
Close to 400 when he was in the Arena League too.
He
was giant.
The Battleship Lorenzen. So in his honor, I would try and become the fattest quarterback in the NFL if I was Deshaun Watson. Like I would come in there looking like.
See, I wouldn't do that. I would just stay in shape.
Yeah, just stay in
and just
shape.
go every year. And all right, you cut me, go ahead. I'm getting the rest of my money. I don't care.
Like we had so much going on. We're supposed to do our midweek mock. We'll do it tomorrow. I'm just going to promise y'all, Big Citrus will be on every mock draft that I've got. Okay, as long as he falls to me, the big defensive lineman, because he, like the battleship.
Who are you talking about?
I don't know.
His last name's Orange, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's just he's just one of my dudes.
Big
Okay,
Citrus.
fallen in love with this guy. And it's Big Citrus.
Dominique Orange.
There you go, Dominique. I couldn't think
By
of
the way,
his.
Jacob Rodriguez was there for me again at 83.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, we'll do it again. We'll do it tomorrow. But we were goofing around. Actually, we weren't goofing around. We were trying to solve some serious problems as far as what was going on with this franchise.
Well, Joe, I mean, JJ and
yeah,
me
you
and
guys
Leon
listen.
were,
I was
you
just trying to be the voice of reason.
You
I
were
was
like
trying to,
backing the man.
just trying to point some stuff out, some serious stuff out.
We were
But-
taking it to the streets with our signs and everything, and you were out there just looking at us.
But I will tell
shoving your nose.
We
and
were really
walking by.
protesting.
Like, I figured the Jags said, you know what? We'll take all the darts in 1 week because we're not speaking at the NFL Combine.
We're not even showing up.
No Jimmy Gladstones, no Liam, no Tebow, Big Bo.
Strategically done.
Yeah, maybe.
And we'll stick our president out there to take the arrows.
I
not
think
other guys.
I think it sucks that they're not there because you haven't heard from them in a while. It's one time that you would like to hear from them, but I am bummed, obviously, because I've told you guys, anytime you can put eyes on whatever it is you're working on, that you would think it would help. Like I heard Jason Light. Jason Light was on some podcast, and he's the general manager for the Tampa Bay Bucks. And he said something in the neighborhood of 35 years he's been to the Combine. And he said it's not any one thing that he likes to zero. It's just information.
Yeah.
And that you have to agree with. All right. Speaking of information, more is coming your way.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
So Helmets and Heels is about ready to roll. And I don't know whether Taylor Dahl was part of a heist, an auto heist, or whether she had a car jacked from her. All right. What do you got?
I was not the carjacker or stealer. That I'm not sure how good I would be at that. It's not quite the Leon story because I feel like Leon's story could be on. There was a show for a while that was like, or maybe still is, the Dumb Criminals, where it was the dumb criminal show. That was a dumb criminal. Yeah.
That would work.
Mine was So this was back in probably, I think it was like 2014. This happened. A friend and I were out at the beaches. We may have had too many shots this day, and so may or may not. So we drove to the beach that day, but then leaving, we were like, probably not the best idea for us to drive. So my roommate at the time took me home. Her brother, who was out with us that day, dropped her off at home. The next day, I get a phone call at like 9:30, 10 in the morning, and she's like, "Where did you put the car?" Oh, no. And I was like, "What do you mean, where did I put the car?" And she's like, "My car's gone." And I was like,
You're
"What do you mean?"
thinking it's towed, though.
That's what, so my mind was like, well, check the tow, because there's tow signs over there, and sometimes there's it's out at the beaches, and there's not a whole lot of parking in areas. So we were in the lot right across from Lynch's, that big lot that's like right by the beach, too. And so I was like, well, call the tow truck, and maybe it got towed for whatever reason. And she was like, okay. She calls, wasn't towed. So they were like, no, we don't have your car. And she goes, where did you put it? I was like, I didn't move your car. I don't know what you're talking about. And she goes, well, where did we park it to begin? Are we sure that we parked it in this lot? And I was like, yeah, like we were good when we got there, you know.
Right. We finally have an answer that we can answer.
Drunk,
I mean, allegedly you were good.
Allegedly. But anyway, so it took a year. They finally found the car. A year later, she gets a phone call. And the funny thing is, so this car was like I don't remember, Nissan. It was one of those old, I think, Nissans, but had the seat belts, like the electronic seat belt that moved. That's how old this car was.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why I'm guessing maybe it's easier to break into those cars back then because they took it and they had it for a while. They completely, painted it. They made it look like a race car, but with like spray paint.
They put a little extra into it.
Yeah.
This is a hell of a
They
story,
completely repainted the outside, but spray paint the outside. Changed.
Should have let them keep it at that point.
You put a lot of work into this car.
And you guys got it back?
A year later, she gets a call, and they're like, we found your car. It definitely had been being used for illegal things, and everything was gutted outside of it. There was like 2 seats, like the front seats were left, but the back was all empty, and it was spray painted on the outside. Like they spray painted the windows. That was their tint on the windows.
Oh my God!
They were hauling freight.
So no Credence tapes, though.
No Credence. It's a Big Lebowski reference.
All right, more stolen stories.
By the way, you
coming
can't
up.
come in here and tell a story without us interrupting. So
No,
just,
it's okay. It's
that's
fine.
what we do.
This is conversations with you guys.
We love it. We love it. All right.
Yeah. So we may or may not be talking about other stolen cars because any crazy car story I probably have. I've also had my car broken into, and I walked up to my car with the man in it who broke into my car.
God.
That's a story for another time. But so maybe some of those stories we'll get into today also. But obviously the big news today with the 2 London games. So we'll get into that.
Robbery.
We also have a giveaway today. Eric Church tickets we'll be giving away on this show. So tune in for that if you want to win.
I love that. All right. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you.
All right. They are coming up thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton. Don't forget, they've got just that golf course inviting you to come out with beautiful weather. Call 287-PLAY.
She thought she was just going to roll in here and just tell her story without us
So funny.
interrupting
A year
her,
later, no, we don't need that car anymore. We collected the insurance on that bad boy. All right. Big Sirs, Matty, Joe C, and JJ.
XL Primetime.